Your traffic and weather together with 401 meteorologist Daniel McFarland. Talk about the red flag warning and the current temperatures right now. Daniel, which you have pulled up above you. Again, they're going to be a little bit higher this morning.
Yeah, it feels nice outside though, doesn't it?
It does feel nice, and that's what we had all week, really, is just these nicer mornings, just getting real hot once we get to the afternoons.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the afternoons getting very warm, but today we're not going to be seeing a huge jump in these temperatures. Instead, lower 80s for a lot of us across the area, as you're going to have here in just a second. Near the airport, we're sitting at 68 degrees. You have Green Valley sitting right around 66, so a pretty mild start for them as well. You do have some spots like Nogales, Douglas, and Tombstone all down into the 50s. While Ajo and Sells are a little bit cooler in the mid 60s from where they are at the moment. So this is the big thing we're going to be watching throughout the entire day, is what's going on with the winds right this second. But thankfully, if you're going outside, this is not going to be such a big deal. It's going to be about an hour before that red flag warning officially takes effect, which is 11, that we are going to have the stronger winds beginning to move into the area. I could see some wind gusts today as high as, say, 25, 35 miles per hour, likely starting around 10 to 11 a.m., peaking at some point during the middle of the afternoon between 30 and still about 35, with a handful of areas closer towards those 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the reason why we have a red flag warning instead of, say, a wind advisory is a combination of the wind just not being strong enough for a wind advisory, but also conditions being right for a fire to spread very quickly if that does happen. And with winds like that in the afternoon, how dry it is outside, those conditions are definitely likely to spread very quickly if we do have one start up. But thankfully, the winds will be dying down by tomorrow. That's not going to be an issue throughout the entire weekend as temperatures are warming on up. But at least for today, low 80s for a lot of you. Tomorrow, we're actually going to have highs that are going to be in the upper 70s. And outside of Tucson, some other areas might be stopping in the 70s for the day today. I'm looking at Sells at 77. You have Benson and Wilcox also at the same mark. The coolest area today likely going to be Bisbee, 71, but they're also going to be seeing some of the stronger winds. I think if anyone has a wind gust around about 40 miles per hour, it's likely going to be a spot like Bisbee. Now, for early tomorrow morning, this is going to be the time where you want to grab that jacket once again, because we are going to be significantly cooler than what we have right now. Mid 40s for a lot of us out there. Could see a handful of spots get down to around, say, 43 or 44 degrees, especially areas like Saddlebrook and over towards Wilcox. So the spots that tend to stay a little bit cooler are likely going to have the coldest temperatures out there once again. But as I mentioned, we will be having a warm up once we're done with Friday, up to about 84 for Saturday, and then staying right there around 90 degrees for both Sunday and Monday. Another cool down headed our way to start off next week. But as of right now, I don't think the winds or cloud cover is going to be nearly as bad as what we have going on right now. So very mild cool down whenever we get to that time. Well, that was weather. Let's go ahead and check in with traffic before you get on outside today. And out there